Iran's global ambitions. Radical jihadists. The challenge posed by Iran is rooted in a complex historical and geopolitical evolution that extends beyond recent decades, from the 1979 Iranian Revolution to shifting U.S. foreign policy decisions, including the removal of regional counterbalances and the implementation of the 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA. Iran has emerged as a central actor in Middle Eastern power dynamics. This report examines how these developments, combined with ideological influences in regional conflicts, have contributed to Iran's current position, including its nuclear advancements and its support for proxy groups across the region. World domination. The problem with the jihadists did not start in 1979, when the U.S. President Jimmy Carter helped shape the environment through policy choices that led to the Shah of Iran abdicating to be replaced by the present radical jihadist government. Carter's policies, especially on human rights or lack of intervention, indirectly influenced events. Unleashing Iran to pursue world domination occurred in 2003, when the Bush administration removed Saddam Hussein's Iraq that was functioning as a major counterbalance to Iran for decades. Iraq and Iran were bitter rivals, highlighted by the 1980 to 1988 Iran-Iraq War. This rivalry created a balance of power in the Persian Gulf. Neither country could dominate the region. During the Obama and Biden years, as a result of the 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, negotiated by Obama, Iran received substantial economic relief, including access to tens of billions of dollars in previously frozen assets and a $1.7 billion U.S. legal settlement. While the agreement imposed temporary limits on Iran's nuclear program, Iran has since exceeded key restrictions by increasing uranium enrichment levels, expanding stockpiles, and reducing international inspection transparency. Current assessments indicate Iran now possesses enough highly enriched uranium that, if further refined, could produce material for approximately 9 to 11 nuclear weapons. At the same time, Iran has continued to fund and support proxy organizations operating throughout the Middle East and beyond. Critics argue that financial resources made available through sanctions relief contributed to Iran's ability to expand these activities and increase regional influence. The history of the jihadist movement. Although mainstream or traditional Islam does not require conversion or death for non-Muslims, some of the most violent radical jihadist factions, present-day Iran, have explicitly enforced convert, submit/pay tax under humiliation, or die policies in territories they controlled, leading to atrocities that most Muslims and Islamic scholars condemn as un-Islamic. Groups like the Islamic State frequently demanded that non-Muslims, especially Christians, Yazidis, and others in areas they controlled, convert to their version of Islam, pay jizya in some cases, flee or face death, enslavement, or execution. This is what we have in Iran today. But as stated, this movement did not start in 1997. The world as we know it has been under attack since the year 7/11. In 7/11, Muslim forces from North Africa crossed the Strait of Gibraltar and invaded the Iberian Peninsula. This was followed by the conquest of Sicily beginning in 827 by the Aghlabid Emirate, controlling parts of southern Italy for periods during the 9th-10th centuries. A later and very significant expansion into Europe came from the Ottoman Empire, which finally ended as a result of the First World War. This meant roughly 10 to 15% of the European continent was under Muslim political control at various times. This included Western Europe, most of Spain, Portugal, Sicily, and southeastern Europe. There were 3 major battles that historians say prevented most of Europe from coming under Muslim rule. They are some of the most decisive battles in European history. 732, Battle of Tours halted expansion from Spain into Western Europe. 1529, First Siege of Vienna, stopped major Ottoman advance into Central Europe. 1683, Battle of Vienna marked the beginning of Ottoman retreat from Europe. Trump. We are now witnessing a fourth battle, Trump in 2026. The results of this conflict will shape the Middle East and the world for the next generation. For Trump to be successful, 5 things need to be accomplished. Iran must 1. Stop all development leading to a nuclear bomb. 2. Turn over all bomb-grade uranium. 3. Open the Strait of Hormuz to shipping. 4. Stop the development and manufacturing of long-range missiles. 5. Stop supporting proxy militant organizations. Summary. Iran's rise reflects decades of geopolitical shifts and policy decisions that have enabled it to expand its nuclear capabilities and regional influence, increasing global security concerns. The actions being pursued by Donald Trump in 2026 represent a pivotal moment. If successful in stopping Iran's nuclear program and limiting its regional activities, could reshape the balance of power in the Middle East and have lasting global consequences.